Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to Diablo 2. We are here with Xena, the warrior princess. Yes, that's what I'm going with as far as the name. I know that's kind of tacky, but it is what it is. And we are forbidden from using the javelin tree, and we're forbidden from using the bow and crossbows tree, so it's all in on this, the passive tree. So yes, we are going to be focusing on getting things set up kind of how we want. I'm not so sure I actually want to invest in the Valkyrie end of things for this. If I go into Nightmare, yeah, I would want that for sure, but I think I might want to just kind of avoid that, no pun intended, and see what we can do throughout the entire playthrough. This is a stupid build because it is entirely possible to go through the game without using any of your bow or crossbow skills, and you can even beat hell with it. There was someone in the comments who mentioned this, although I find that a lot easier with the javelin. I'm going to go ahead, and we don't have the money to actually sell anything, so we'll use javelins for now. We'll just stab with them for the time being. We do need to put on players 8, so we can start getting some money, so we can get a dagger is what we're going to start with. If I can find a good dagger, we'll be even better off, but I'm going to just use whatever good weapon I can find at the time. So it is what it is. I know that someone was wanting me to go like really focus on the daggers. Thankfully, we don't have like weapon masteries or anything like that that we need to rely on, so I'm fine with switching weapons. But daggers are really good for reaction times and stuff like that, so they're fairly decent items. We don't need the refilling shrine, but we are going to kill off a bunch of quill rats and get ourselves a lot of experience here. This first episode is going to be a standard first episode for going through these. I'm just glad I can hit things. Do you realize how much of a nightmare it was to go through on the pacifist? Yeah, it was not fun. It's an interesting challenge, I'll give it that, but it was not a pleasant experience not being able to attack things. I might go back and actually do a Thorns Paladin and do it the right way, where it's not a pacifist challenge. But that's going to be something not necessarily in the near future, but in... well, I'm considering it for something... I'm thinking probably the Nightmare difficulty on one of the characters, so we shall see how that works out. I've kind of decided to go with allowing ladder-only rune words for the Nightmare difficulty runs because, well, it's going to make my life about 1,000,000 times easier. So, and also it makes it more replicatable on the stabby on Battlenet. So, and I know that a lot of you do play on Battlenet. I would like to play games with you guys on there, but my internet is not super reliable. That's one reason why I stick to uploads on here and Twitch. And yes, I do upload on Twitch. I've been experimenting with some things. I did not like their old, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Their old Premiere system. It frankly kind of pissed me off. But their new way of doing it is a lot better. It doesn't leave my video with like a horrible thing sitting at the beginning of it. Before there actually was a really stupid premiere countdown left on the videos after you premiered them, and you couldn't just release them without premiering first. Now I still do the premiere because I want to have it like announced and do all the special events and all that kind of fun stuff. Yay, damaged javelin. We can start selling stuff now. But yeah, now it gets rid of those little things at the very beginning, so I might do like a premiere event where I release an entire run of Diablo in one day, and I can do that, and I can hop in and off and say hi to folks and stuff like that. Right now, can't really, but because I'm actually testing it. As of the release of this, I've been testing it with FAR, and we're going to get rid of that as well. Let's get a good dagger. A good burger? No, a good dagger. We'll go with that. We're going to keep the sash because we want to go ahead and get some healing potions. And one nice thing is we don't need mana at all. There is going to be zero need for mana. We do have a skill that we're going to use that does take mana. We only have to cast it every now and then. It's not a big deal. So yeah, we are good with whatever equipment we want to find. I might even use some of the pacifist tricks on here just so I can have some novas. Other than that, I think we're good. So we've got dagger now. It's going to give us a little bit less durability. Let's go ahead and go with critical strike and inner sight. That's going to be our first two skills. Let's go ahead and set that to inner sight. And honestly, the only skills we're going to be using that require mana, maybe slow missiles. I doubt we'll ever use that. We're going to use inner sight, and we're going to be using Valkyrie later. That's pretty much it. And I'm going to go with a double in strength. And let's go ahead and dump the rest of this in there. We can sell the potions to get possibly 1 tome. Can't really afford both of them just yet. I'm kind of surprised we found that whole, whatchamacallit, the whole waypoint so early. Let's go with getting rid of the 41 so we can actually afford that. Throw it in there. We might even use scepters to an extent. Don't want to use those because that kind of defeats the purpose of doing this. And that looks like our start there. We'll throw those in as well. How are we looking on total number of scrolls? 3 and 3? That's fine. Hopefully we find a... I would really, really, really like to actually find some... Oh, whatchamacallit. I'm forgetting what it's called. Some charms. There we are. Don't know why I couldn't remember the word charms. I guess I was charmed into forgetting them. We may use some throwing knives or something like that, but I'm going to specifically avoid using javelins, just because I find them to be they're powerful. But I want to do mostly melee. If there were throwing stars in the game, I would use those, but unfortunately there are not. There are no throwing stars in Diablo 2, so we'll be using just normal melee weapons. And yes, you can see that we're getting crit strikes, which are pretty good. I'm surprised we're actually hitting with it quite as much as we are. I might invest a few levels into that just so I have more crit strikes, but right now we're getting a decent number of them. It's just double damage. That's what a crit strike is. I would love Crushing Blow. Highly doubt I'm going to get it. That's just what I'm going to say right now. It's a highly unlikely situation I'm going to get any Crushing Blow. I've been pretty lucky in a few runs where I've gotten an am or I've gotten an item with Crushing Blow, but that is not the norm. You can't really rely on that unless you want to do a ton, I mean a literal ton of farming. So, okay, are you guys going to actually... There you go. Give me the level up that I wanted right there. Thank you. So, as far as this build goes, some of the things are still up in the air. I have a rough idea of how I'm going to play this. I don't think I'm ever going to use, like, ranged weapons unless I absolutely have to. I don't think there's going to be a need for it. We're going to be kind of like a Zealot, which, Zealot is one that I'd probably take through normal to do the full run, because I haven't shown off a proper Zealot yet. I've only shown off a, elemental Zealot sort of thing. Because, let's see, we've done the Smiter and we've done the Oradin previously, and we've done, now we've, as of you watching this, we have completed the Pacifist run, which is, yeah, not a huge fan of pacifism. Not in Diablo 2, at least. I would rather do a Pacifist run in Ninja Gaiden 3. Ninja Gaiden. Someone's gonna say I'm saying it wrong regardless of which way I say it. Okay. So, yeah, have fun with that. Ninja Gaiden, I believe, is the proper way to say it. I could be wrong, but I actually am working on setting up where I'm recording to allow me to... Ooh, that was nice. We're gonna go up to 35 for now. Let's go ahead and do... do we want to do Inner Sight still? Inner Sight is semi-useful early on, but not very much later. So we're going to go with Critical Strike just to boost our damage. Going to get that up to like maybe 40%, maybe... Oh, Rare Amulet right off the bat. Okay, I'll take it. I'll identify it in a minute. But we're going to kill you guys for a little bit more. And 1 in 4 hits should be a Critical Strike, which is double damage for us. So that is absolutely, absolutely amazing. So stabby, stabby, all the things. How's the durability on this looking? 13, okay, so it lasts an okay amount of time, and doing the critical strikes should help out on that a little bit. Now there's three on one enemy and none on the other. Great. Let's go grab the gold. Just keep beating through these guys. Get as much experience as possible. I want to get up a few levels before I go in there. Probably level 5, maybe even higher before I go into the Den of Evil, just because it'll make my life a lot easier. Unfortunately, this build relies on actually hitting things. So I will be making an Ithel Flail just for the bleed. I may, if I'm lucky, get the Am to make a Crushing Blow weapon. In which case, I'll switch to that. And that would be an Am tier. I forget what weapons it can go on. I think it can go on a Crisp Blade, which would be good for me. If I get an Am, that's a big if, because that's really, like I said, unlikely as hell to actually happen. So we're just going to keep killing guys until we run out of this experience shrine. But, yeah, as you can see, we're leveling up. We're getting a decent amount here. Let's go up to 32. I want to get a few points into that. I'm going to invest in other things, but Yeah, we're going to go up to probably 45 strength. We probably need a little bit of dexterity. Can I really not carry anymore? Yes, you can. Oh, foolish mortal. Did we really... We have 2 crude boots. That one's going to go away. Low quality scepter goes there. That's absolute junk, but we can still sell it. And there's a skill shrine. Something you'll probably never see me actually grab. Yeah, I don't need skill shrines with this build because, well, none of our abilities really benefit that much from skills. Our evasion would, that's about it, but we don't have that just yet. So how are we looking on... Yeah, we're going to get dodge first. We can dodge melee attacks while standing still. Avoid is ranged attacks while standing still. And then you have evade, which is melee or missile attacks while moving, when walking or running. So we have a chance to dodge then as well. So getting those up to a decent amount is going to help me a great deal. So let's kill off this little group, and then we'll set up our... come on, stabby stabby. There's some leather armor. Hopefully it's better than our quilted armor. More stabby stabbies? Yes, sirree. Short bow, don't need. Damaged leather armor versus damaged quilted armor. We're going to take the leather armor. Yeah, it's just going to be slightly better. And we're one-shotting some of these guys. So if we get the crit strike, we tend to do pretty well against them. So I'm happy with that. And we're going to go back to town and sell some more stuff, get ourselves repaired to do that fun stuff. But after we take care of these guys. I might even use the town portal. Not sure yet. Don't need the crude short sword, although we could pick it up on our alt. There you go. Just to give us a little extra weapon there, I guess. And we'll take the keys. And that was that little batch done. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and use the town portal. We should get enough money from this to justify that cost. I'm gonna need a decent amount of money for this build, because we're going to be using durability up like crazy, and we're not going to be doing a ton of damage, so... Yeah, ooh, that's gonna be nice. Ooh, short sword, 2-socket. Way better than what we got there. Let's go ahead and keep that on the side, sell those. We're even gonna sell the extra healing potions, we're gonna sell the boots, we're gonna sell the hat. As you can see, I just tend to just sell everything early on. There really isn't a point to keeping it. Sell all of you, sell that, and let's identify you. Not bad. Not bad for, like, starting area, just basic crappy amulet area. And we don't need that. Regular sash versus regular sash. You know, they're same stats, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go with town portal scrolls, identify scrolls, and we are looking good. We are actually looking halfway decent. We're going to be sticking with one-handed weapons. I'm going to really... I don't know whether I'm going to need to point that out or not, but we're going to stick with one-handed weapons just so we have the shield for resists. I'm not even worrying about it for actually, you know, blocking, because we're not going to invest in dexterity. Not at this stage, at least. And that could help us just a little bit early on. It just doesn't help us out on anything other than resist right now. So that's kind of where we're looking on that. Dab that in, and I will be keeping that, just in case I need it. And we need to go to the Den of Evil, which is going to be probably right by our portal, if I had to guess, because I saw the roads. Yeah, the road... Oh, no, it's not. It's going to be... over this way. So we can probably get the Den of Evil done today, if I had to guess. Yeah, we got time. Oh, and that's a socketed dagger. Hopefully it's... Nope, it's only one socket. So we could put a gem in that and make it more useful than what we got. Maybe. Possibly remotely. I'm not entirely sure. But we will try. I do like the return damage. Where? Wait a minute. There's where it is. I was like, wait a minute. We just have one straight road. No, we have a little divot right there that I happen to pass by. And yes, I am going to be killing a lot of things, and I am going to be keeping it on players 8 for a while. So it's going to be a little bit slow progress through Act 1. We're probably going to have it on players 8 in Act 2 as well, for at least a chunk of it. That way I can get the maximum number of drops. So, and I just left it on players 8 whenever I came in here. That's that was not part of my plan. I was going to dump it down to players 1 so I could actually have a chance of killing these guys quickly. But no, we can do this the slow way. There you guys go. How you doing? All your little friends ran off. And yes, you take damage from attacking me because now I have Thorn's Belt. Yeah, Thorn's Belt, pretty decent. It's not the best thing ever, and it's definitely not a skull in the shield. I will be investing in a skull in the shield probably later on. I think that switching over to that pacifist paladin did help me a little bit as a player. as far as like these stupid builds go, because it gives me alternate strategies that I was like kind of ignoring before. I knew about them, and I've used them before, but I never thought of it as possibly an alternative to better gear. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting on that one. Take that, keep stabbing. I like how we can one-shot those guys every now and then. Hi, zombies. Oh, and there's a sapphire. I really, really would like to get a skull, though. Not really dependent on it, but it would be nice. And I do believe that's 1 to 7. That's 1 to 3. We'll go ahead and put that in there and play with the frosty one first. 11 out of 16. Yeah, if we start breaking, this one will switch over, but that cold damage will be nice, because it means shattering the bodies. As you can see, whenever we were hitting that first guy, we shattered his body. That's kind of a good thing to do, and elemental damage will be slightly important to us. We'll go after you first, because you're the most dangerous of the bunch. We're about to get our level 6. So level 6 we'll be investing in the first of our evasion skills, and then we'll be back to investing in critical strike. I want to get this up to, like I said, about 40%. I want to get these up to about 40%, if not possibly higher. There is a possibility that I will over-invest in those, and we will get into a reaction lock. So I'm probably going to invest mostly in evade and keep dodge and avoid down. A little bit lower, but that's kind of where we're sitting at right now. I need a little bit more life. I would like to get up to 100 life fairly early, and then we can invest in the dexterity that we might need later on. Stabby you. Thank you. Good job. Leather gloves. We'll gladly take you. We'll take the cracked boots as well in just a minute. The cold damage is also nice because, well, it's elemental. So that means that, hey, we can get past physical resist, because there are physically resistant enemies in normal difficulty. There's just not a lot of them. I don't know why the dog is barking, but anyway, it should be fine. It doesn't sound like it's anything urgent. I think he's just barking because, well, he wants attention, and I'm not giving it to him. So stabby the gargantuan beast. Bye! Oh, another low-quality buckler. Well, I say another. It's a low-quality buckler. Don't need it, though. We do have a backup sword just in case we need it. And yeah, I just like our reaction speeds. We will take the boots as well. Don't need the bow. Don't even want to be tempted by the bow. Oh, did we? Let's get rid of that. So we are level 6. Stabby you. Don't want to go after the, like, minion zombies until after we've dealt with all, and I mean all, the fallen. I should probably be... I hate to say it, I should be screenshotting the layout of this place. It's going to save me a lot of work later, but nah, we'll do it another time. There's multiple layouts for the... Ooh, superior throwing knife. That's ethereal, though, unfortunately. But, yeah, I should be screenshotting, because I do plan to actually write a proper Diablo 2 guide, and that involves showing off the layouts of areas like this, where it's a fixed set of maps. Now, some of them, you could take screenshots for years and never get all the possible layouts. Like most of the side dungeons and stuff like that. Most of the randomized areas like the underground passage, stuff like that. Yeah, there's no hope in hell of ever getting a screenshots that cover all of those. But this one does have a fixed set of maps, so yay. So nothing over there. We do need to... Ooh, we've got an experience shrine right by him. How you doing? Okay, we're going to grab the experience shrine, of course, and light healing potion. We're going to dodge you guys because we don't want to fight you just yet. We want to make sure that there's no imps wandering around, or no fallen to be more precise. And there's one fallen. Not exactly what I'm worried about. Kill all the monsters in the den, so we've just got you guys left to kill. Okay, we're going to stab on the normal zombies first. Go down. Okay, take him down, take this one down. Oh, it says there's 5? Oh, I see where the 5 are. So now we should be down to 4, 3, and yes, we are still taking these guys down relatively quickly on players 8. Mainly because of how fast we are freaking attacking, if you didn't notice. It's an insane speed here. Let's go ahead and take out Corpse Fire. His little friend's going to pop up, but we need to just keep him not happy. Being slowed by cold damage is pretty good for us for hitting him. I mean, it's not good for us to be slowed, it's good for him to be slowed. So there's that, and yay, we got a throwing knife. I am not that overburdened. You're going to go away. You're going to come in here. We'll get rid of the hand axe. We'll do the... I forget which one's going to be worth more.
The sisters will trust me.
So that, and we should be good. Yep, let's go back to town. We're probably going to lose the experience shrine. We got our value out of it. So a little bit more life. Almost at that mark. Let's go do another critical strike. Yeah, we're getting close to that 40%. I might even want to get it up to 50%, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So trade. Let's go ahead and identify you. Wasn't worth identifying. Those are only worth 1 gold, so it wasn't worth more money. So yay, you're going to go in there. We had plenty of spares to go with, so I didn't really care too much about it. Boop-a-doo. Deadly dagger. Oh, I didn't mean to sell that, but, well, I guess we're sticking to the frosty dagger. That's a thing. Okie dokie. I'm fine with that. It's not going to hurt me too much. And tree-wise, another critical strike. There we're over 40%. You're going to tell us to go hunter, blah, blah, blah. Blood Raven, we'll probably wait a little bit for. I'm not really interested in fighting her right now. We do have... Let's see, do we have any good alternatives? No, of course not. Any good armors? Always got to check this. There's ring mail. Not going to be investing in defense, really. Let's go ahead and take that. Yeah, not going to be investing in really defensive skills other than our actual, you know, skills. You go away, you go away, you go away. Don't need the armor right now. I think that's all we can really use right now. Yeah. It's a pretty good start. There's our little bit of money there. I could gamble a Geed. Not going to do it, but I am going to look for possibly trade weapons. Do you have better... No, you don't. You are trash. You are trash, sir. I'm looking for a 2-socket armor, but geez, no such luck. So, we're going to keep stabbing in the nude. Nude stabbing. That sounds so disturbing. I'm sorry. Oh, more cold stabbies. Oh, we've got a boss mob right there. I think that is... yeah, it's just a champion one. Okay. We got the Fanatic and we got the regular champion. Okay, I'm going to get away from you guys because you're a little bit irritating. Let's see. We've got Fallen. Okay, keep stabbing the Dark Hunters. This is going to be a bit more of a battle than I was really anticipating right away. We do have a standstill evade. Let's get some of these other characters off of us because we don't want to be dealing with them right now. We've got another Chip Sapphire. Short staff. We could go a dual wield. That would be really, really tacky. I don't think we want to do that. We don't get access to warmth or anything like that from Leaf or anything, so I'm not going to be really going there. Those things are going to die by attacking us, so I don't have to worry about it as much now. The little Fallen aren't my big threat. It was more the Amazon ladies. So, or the rogues, the corrupted rogues. Okay, let's get rid of those. Low quality knife, not really high on my list. You need to be stabbed because you're being irritating. And they're still giving us decent chunks of experience, so I'm going to keep it on Players 8 for now, just so we can keep getting good experience. I am going to be requiring a lot more stabs, unfortunately, but you'll survive. Minor healing, scroll of identify, those sell for money. Okay, so you guys need to back the hell up off of dodge. Okay, so you guys are gone. Dark Hunters. Yeah, definitely want to kill the Dark Hunters before we worry about the Fallen. The Fallens will die to our bloody thorns damage. I do want to get a skull though. I'm gonna keep saying that. Until I get a resistance shield, I'm gonna want that skull shield. Scroll of identify, can't really fit it. I said back off. I know you guys don't like me, but geez. Ooh, we got a ring. That might be useful. Sadly, everything's useful at this stage. Almost everything, that's not. But we'll get extra gold while we wait to level up. Let's see, is there anything else in here that we need? Minor healing potions. I'm going to stab him because he's the biggest threat. There we go. And I love the cold damage because, well, it helps us out a great deal. We're not going to have it forever, unfortunately, but, I mean, we could make a gem knife. Slightly tempted to, just to show off just how stupid and ridiculous that can be. If you find a place with a lot of shrines, And this is actually looking like it might be one. Like, if you get a really good map, you can farm the shrines for a gem shrine and make P-gems, perfect gems. And there's 2. Oh, there's not a third one there. If there were 3 there, I would consider running that to make a gem knife, which is basically as many sockets as you can get on a knife with gems. And you just do like maximum sapphire, maximum other crap. It's just, it is what it is. You can only really get 2 sockets on a knife in normal, unless you go really, really late in the game. Really, really late in the axe, sorry. To try and find them, so, yeah, not really sure. Let's see, stabby, stabby, the Dark Hunters. Bye, you fools. I do like how you guys aren't even getting an attack on me. We're still on players 8, so it's not... Yeah, we're not getting it easy on us. We're just doing a lot of damage. It's just because the sheer attack speed of this is... We can pretty much dispatch these things before they even get a threat in on us. There's that. Bye. Let's kill the other shaman. We're almost out of stamina, so let's go ahead and go into a walk while we kill these. Just to recover our stamina ever so slowly. You guys gonna keep fighting me? Didn't think you wanted to. Yeah, you really didn't want to. You did. Let's see. Yeah, but if we do find a good shrine area, I might just show off like what you can do with gems. They're a lot more useful than you probably initially give them credit for. Yeah, runes are better, just straight up, like, hands down better. But early on, gems can carry their weight. It's just until you get into the later difficulties that they tend not to be quite as good unless you're using them for a specific purpose. Then, yeah, it's kind of eh. Let's see, stabby, stabby. Like a P-diamond piece of unique gear is sometimes used. I can't think of any other situations where, well, sometimes you'll see topazes and stuff. Not super often, but every now and then. I'm trying to think what other situations you'll see them in. You never see amethysts and stuff. They're craft items, pretty much straight up, just you use them for crafting. So, stabby, stabby, jewel. Jewels can be useful as well. Again, runes just straight up better because you can make rune words. But they're the most famously duped jewel is a 40% enhanced damage, 15% increased attack speed jewel. Yeah, those are pretty much, whenever you find them, they're duped. I think I found one naturally. Really? Really, really? Identify that. Oh, the most... even more useless than the other ring we found. What's that? Some resist, we'll take it. I want to get my last level before this episode ends. We're probably not moving into the stony field after this. I'm probably going to go back to town and rearrange some stuff and get myself set up. And are we completely out of room? Oh, we have one more slot. Let's go ahead and identify that. I want to get my next level up. So this should give it to me. Okay, give me my level up. Yay, we got our level up. So I think that's going to be where I'm going to call this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's put into our stats. We got over 100 life, and what else do we want to put in? I think Critical Strike is pretty much where we want to go. Just dump it in Critical Strike and Penetrate, and then whenever we get down to the Evade, we'll start dumping in that. There's really nothing else for us to put points in, because now that I think about it, Avoid and Evade are the ones that I want. I'm not going to stick in Dodge right now. We might just leave it at those two at 1-point wonders and dump into Evade. But Critical Strike, very nice. It doubles our damage, well, physical damage. We're not going to have a high amount of that, but every little bit helps. But anyway, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.